We are live. Are we live? Yeah, we live.
Rodney, I don't hear anything.
Try it one more time. You gotta let me know these things. Now, do you hear it?
Welcome to BTB Hot Takes with
There we
Andrew
go.
Kratzer.
If my thumbs would actually
Now
come into
here's
play.
your host, Andrew Kratzer.
Welcome to the final Beyond the Barricade presents Andrew's Hot Takes of the Year. I'm your host, Andrew Kratzer, alongside my co-host, Michael Steinberg, also from BTB Live, host slash producer Rodney Harris, and our guest of tonight's honor, past guest Mark Ray. Tonight's show will feature AEW, NXT, Raw, and SmackDown. Tonight's a mega show, so strap in, everybody. And also, we're going to be giving out our Superstar of the Years for each program, and also the Rising Star of the Year. Just like how a Slammy would be, but our Slammies. So let's get into it. We had a good action-packed week of wrestling. I would like to throw it up to Rodney Harris, who is the main focal point of AEW NXT 2.0 of BTB Live. So what did we have in store for NXT AEW this week?
Well, you got a lot to talk about. You know, you're coming off of a week, and we're kind of saying to ourselves, winter is over now. That's been a go-to saying for the last couple of weeks, based on what we've seen. AEW has delivered, but there are some people are still skeptical. Let's just say about the direction in which we're going as far as the AEW World Heavyweight Championship, and of course the rest of the mid card leading into the women's division, which might be heating up really.
And the
soon.
question is, where did all the viewers go?
That's the big main question for those of you who love the numbers. The big question is, where did the viewers go, right? So we didn't get the chance to talk about what happened on not necessarily last week's episode, but the past week's episode.
Yeah.
That's the tough part. And it, for our own volition, we had a lot of things going on. I've been sick. Well, not yours. So where we're going to begin is kind of leading into this week. That's what Monday is for me and Chris to break down. But so we're going to touch on things that happened in the past, which is going to lead us into the future, kind of. So let's start with the big one, the huge one, right? We had the showing up of Kyle O'Reilly debuting on AEW Dynamite on TV for the first time during a Christmas special. How do you guys feel about Kyle O'Reilly being here? I know Andrew's been very upset.
I feel very, very weirded out right now. It is like, to me, I've always loved them when they were at the Undisputed Era in NXT, but now they came over to AEW and they're trying to say that AEW is the best professional wrestling company. Meanwhile, you guys ran NXT for 4 straight fucking years. Literally, that company that gave you everything, and then you're going to say that AEW is the greatest pro wrestling company on the planet? No. You understand you're going to a field of sports entertainment too in AEW? The shit they do is entertainment-wise. The fucking Ghostbusters on Halloween. Oh, that's just BTE being themselves. But no, it's not. It's entertainment. All the shit, the arcade match with Miro and Orange Cassidy. Like, everything they do isn't just pro wrestling; it's entertainment in itself. But I'm happy that Kyle O'Reilly found himself on TV again instead of waiting the allotted time for his non-compete clause. But I don't think he had one.
His contract expired. They don't have those clauses.
So yeah, so he was showing up no matter what. I think with his buddies Kyle O'Reilly. I mean, not Kyle O'Reilly, Bobby Fish, and Adam Cole.
Yeah.
But I also feel, like I said to you guys before, it's a matter in time until all the members of Undisputed Era follow Cole to AEW. And that last one waiting is
Strong just signed that new contract, though.
yeah, which is weird. But honestly, Undisputed Era, like the original, is Kyle O'Reilly, Bobby Fish, and Adam Cole. So it'll be a little bit of time for Strong to find his way to AEW. They recently released his wife in NXT, so it's a crazy situation.
Anything, Mike, Mark? Anything you guys want to add on to the Kyle O'Reilly situation?
You go first.
I don't mind it. I like it. You know, I think Kyle O'Reilly had a little segment last night with Adam Cole where he was like, you know, I know we've had beef in the past on NXT and you know, there's still a tension between us, but you know, I'm willing to work together if you're willing to work together. It's basically what he told him.
It's different,
And,
though, if they didn't just literally try to kill each other.
Yeah. I think what Kyle O'Reilly said last night is that we're the paragon of AEW.
Yeah.
I know Bobby Fish has my back, and I'm wondering if you have my back tonight against the best friends in Orange Cassidy. I think that's what the moral lines was.
Yeah.
That's a very good point. And you have to understand where Kyle is coming from in a business standpoint. This was kind of writing on the wall. You know, the hints were given out by Fish and Cole weeks before. We knew his contract was coming up. We know that they're very, very close. Kind of was inevitable. Was expected. I was expecting it. I know that for sure. Kind of saw this one coming. Didn't catch me by surprise. I remember Mark saying that that the pop was something that really stuck with you because he didn't get the pop that you thought he would get.
Yeah, Kyle definitely didn't. Adam Cole did though. When Adam
Cole did, but Kyle didn't get the pop, and I think it's because of the lackluster of the fan knowing he's coming. But we know he's coming somewhere around these lines.
Yeah,
and it's hard. It's kind of hard to pick out in a weird way. But looking forward, there's options.
Do you think people are getting tired, though, also of debut after debut after debut after debut? Literally no rest.
Yeah.
I can tell you right now, if you're getting tired of it, you better get used to it. Because this is now going to be becoming the ongoing thing with this company.
Yeah. Did you hear? It was 30 people that debuted this year.
That's a lot.
It's a lot of people.
It's a lot of bodies for a company that's 3 years old.
Yeah.
In 1 year, 30 debuts. All right, it's all 30 being used?
Probably not.
No,
that's the real question. You know, that's a tough thing to swallow. You have 30 people debut in a year. Are you using all 30? How much airtime is all 30 of these people getting?
And if they are getting airtime, who's getting shuffled out?
And I'm not talking about Dark and Dark Elevation. I'm talking about Dynamite Rampage. That's airtime. Dark ain't airtime.
No,
Dark is dark.
Dark is on YouTube.
That's not airtime to me. I'm talking about things that make significant difference where the diehard fan isn't watching. So give the people that signed recently the opportunities. They're big names, they're big draws, are going to draw more eyes. I understand. So the Adam Coles, the Bryan Danielsons of the world, they're going to get a lot of push. Christian Cage got to get a lot of push. I get all that. Here's the thing. It's still 30 people. It's a lot of bodies, man.
And they complained when WWE was pushing these people over younger talent.
You know, you can't have it both ways. And we go over this all the time. Like wrestling fans, we don't know what we want. Well, some of us do, because some of us like to be just stuck on one product. That's fine. Some of us like just to watch wrestling wrestling.
It's like this, Rodney. Fans, why does WWE have all this talent? They need to get rid of some people. Okay, AEW needs to sign everybody that gets released.
Well, how about this? I'm gonna make it better for you. Why does WWE have all this talent they're not using? They need to get rid of some people. They released 15 people in one day. I can't believe they released all these people. What are they doing?
Yep.
So either you want what you want or you don't know what you want.
You know,
Exactly.
and talking about a release, one that Andrew is probably very
I'm going to say that for a little bit.
mixed emotions. No, let's talk about it now because you know what, it ties into something I want to say about AEW.
Mm-hmm.
The Tony Storm situation. Okay.
I'm upset with that shit. And I 100% agree with a certain person on camera right now. And
Merry Christmas, Roger, and Happy New Year.
Yes.
You filthy animal.
I have I think 100, I agree with somebody that's on camera and somebody that is from Canada. And with the whole Charlotte has to do with Tony Storm's asking for her release and then quitting SmackDown, basically. Like,
so I wanted to say something about this because I read something that was really interesting to me. Tony has just recently been quoted saying that she loves working in WWE because she's able to like create a legacy and be herself and kind of open up a little bit, spread her wings. Then you go on a tour, wrestle a triple threat match in multiple cities, then pay for your own flight home and quit.
And say that you're burned out.
So you burnt out, you just tired. Wait, what?
it doesn't make any sense here.
There's something ain't right. This is what I'm saying. Something happened backstage
Yes.
where we're not getting the full story. Probably we'll never know until somebody writes a book. And then you got two sides, there's three sides to every story, their side, her side, and the truth. We get it. But I have a funny feeling that Charlotte Flair has a lot to do with this situation.
Yep.
Yeah.
You've been working with her in a major role this whole time. No payoff for you, but major payoff for her. Guess they figured working with Charlotte Flair will give her the rub to make her a bigger star. Sometimes
Absolutely.
it doesn't always work.
Yes.
And I just feel like maybe Charlotte said something. Maybe Charlotte did something that pissed her off. Nobody does all of this in the league.
I think her and Charlotte, and I'm sorry to cut you off, Andrew. I think her and Charlotte more so had a personal beef that we just don't know about.
It seems like Charlotte has beef with everybody now.
But
we know the Becky Lynch situation. We heard the interview.
And I honestly believe the fact that if you're fucking that self-centered in WWE that you need to be the top star, it's time to like grow the fuck up and learn that somebody else is gonna get a push and you're gonna take it.
The problem, Andrew, is someone has to get into her face and tell her that.
That's why we need a Sasha Banks to go up to her and be like, "Yo,
not even that. A Vince, a Hunter, a Stephanie, someone in authority has to step into her face and say, "Stop acting like this. Yes, you are very important to us, but we still have to have other people involved. We still have to give other people chances and have other people at the top."
Like I always said, like Rodney says about all roads lead to Brock. I said all roads lead to the Four Horsewomen, but I don't think all roads should lead to the Four Horsewomen in a way that they need to be the top stars every single year. like I'm okay with Sasha Banks not holding that women's championship right now. I'm okay that Bailey is recovering and gonna come
I
back.
miss Bailey.
But
Yeah, I miss Bailey too.
seeing Becky Lynch and Charlotte Flair as champions right now sickens me. When I'm hoping that day one, Liv Morgan beats Becky Lynch. I'm hoping that some way, somewhere, that that somebody gets a title shot and beats Charlotte Flair. It like to me, also with the whole release, whole release situation. I wish that Triple H got a hold of Toni Storm before this whole situation and said, "Listen, you go home. We'll give you the same situation that we gave with Sasha. Give yourself a month or two to think about it and give us your decision."
Here's
She's
the
not
crazy
on Sasha's
part.
level.
No, but here's the crazy
Give her
part. So she goes home, and they just say, "Okay, I guess she wants to release, so we'll give it to her." You didn't talk to her afterwards?
Yep.
You didn't try to get into contact with her?
Who knows? Maybe they did. Maybe she just wasn't picking up the phone. Like if we listen, Mike, if any one of us walked out of our job, that's job abandonment. Like we're getting fired. Okay, like I just can't go to work and just walk.
Pretty much.
Like I'm not gonna lie. Full transparency. As a manager, I had to fire a kid that walked out of his job after I told him to do something overnight. He walked out, didn't even punch out, just walked out, went home. He was mad that I told him he didn't like taking authority from me. He walked out.
When I worked at AutoZone, bro. When I worked at AutoZone, we had this new kid that we brought on that I thought he was good at first. Bro, it went downhill so fast. This kid cursed out my district manager. Mind you, I was one of the store managers, and this kid cursed out my district manager to her face. Called her every word you could think of under the sun, and then walked away. And then the next day, tried to call her back to apologize.
No, at
Thinking
least
that he was gonna get his job back.
well, at least he tried to apologize. Some people don't.
This kid didn't apologize.
He wasn't getting his job back.
No, but I'm saying some people don't even try to apologize.
No, yeah, yeah, definitely.
So
Definitely.
when you have situations like that, you don't walk out on your job. You don't take your ball and go home. I understand you're burnt out, but you try to pull a CM Punk.
Well, no. Here's the
Without
funny
it being
part. Not even that. Not even a Stone Cold. Remember, Stone Cold did it first.
But at least Austin gave his reasons on why he was out. I don't want to work with Brock. I'm not coming back.
Yeah.
I don't deserve to be in that position with him. He doesn't deserve to get all that fast.
Mm-hmm.
At least he was transparent about it.
So now the reason why I wanted to bring it up now is Britt Baker posting that how she the picture, and everyone's like, oh, she can't wait to. Not everybody needs to go to AEW. There are other companies.
I said I'm not going to give her the satisfaction, Britt Baker, of even commenting on her tweet. She's trolling, and you want to be a troll, and you want me to talk about it. I'm not going to give you that satisfaction, Britt. Good reach. You tried. Whoop-de-whoop-de-doo.
I also think, where's the locker room leader for the women's division for SmackDown? And could it, like, if I wouldn't.
Who's even on SmackDown?
Like, I would have been like,
I don't know.
Like, for me,
no one at this point.
For me, if anything, I would be looking to Sasha Banks and being like, listen, I don't like it. Like, what's this whole? Do you know what the whole payoff for me in this whole situation? Am I meant to win this women's championship? If I'm not, then it's also the whole thing is she might have got a whiff of that. She could be part of the beginning of the year 2022 releases that usually happen.
The bad thing, Andrew, is you're supposed to know going into a feud what the payoff is.
Coming in, the co-creator of Behind the Barricade, Anthony Carragher.
Hello.
How you feeling, Anthony?
What's going on? COVID free. No COVID for me.
That's good.
That was a hell of a ride with COVID. But
yeah, I saw your TikTok.
You got it?
Out on top.
You got the Omarion? You had the Omarion?
I guess.
The Omarion.
And you had the Optimus Prime. Which one you had?
Whatever it was, I was
Age
running
of
100.
Ultron?
I was running 103.5. My antibodies said they were tired of being a bitch and came out, fucked them up.
Came
Good,
out
though.
swinging.
So what's going on, Anthony?
Nothing, man. I figured I'd just hop on and chit chat with some wrestling. I'm kind of a part timer here nowadays, so I come on and pretty much
Listen.
like John Cena and Brock Lesnar pop up when I want. When I told me to put my name in, I put in Anthony, but kind of wanted to put in WWE Fanboy because I'm really getting sick of AEW.
Oh, let's talk
Oh,
about
okay,
that.
let's talk about it.
Wait, he coming in hot. He coming in.
What was yours, Anthony?
This is incredible.
Your
What a
eyes,
package.
your eyes have been opened.
No, it's never. My eyes were never open. My eyes were never opened. I've always been. A show me type of guy. You know what I'm saying? So like, like when AEW first came out, I remember being in Barclays Center the night after 35, and the crowd was chanting AEW, and I turned to my girlfriend and I was like, "Wow, this is kind of big." Like it's the night after Mania and the crowd's chanting AEW. And then I tuned into AEW, and I'm not gonna lie, it reminded me back of the TNA days where I used to tune in to TNA just to see what was going on, and that's how I felt about AEW. I would tune in to AEW just to see what's going on. The whole Jericho thing. With the whole Inner Circle. I loved MJF. I love Jungle Boy. Love Jurassic Express. Love the whole Cody Rhodes thing. They brought in Moxley, and that was AEW kind of bringing in Kurt Angle like we want to do the TNA thing. But now I look at them and I see what they're about, and it's good. It's cool. I think it's great that they have these wrestlers. Listen, these wrestlers they're bringing in are top-notch wrestlers, and if they can get more time somewhere else, then so be it. But I'm not going to sit here and be dumb to the fact that what you're putting on Wednesday nights is the same shit I saw on Wednesday nights prior and the same shit I saw on Mondays and Fridays.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not going to turn a blind eye to it. Aleister Black's eyes just a little bit blacker, and you're not doing much with him. Andrade, where the hell is he? We found out that the Perfect 10 was a 5 in WWE, and it's still a 5 in AEW.
I give him a 1.5. I give him a 1.5 in AEW. He's like a hype boy for the Pinnacle that tries to be
stupid. And you bitch about everything WWE does, and bitches and moans, but you have a bona fide star in Sammy Guevara, but you fed him to Cody Rhodes because you got to put a title on Cody. I just don't get it. And if we want to talk numbers, if we really want to talk numbers, WWE's ratings get over 1 million views on
With
TV,
trash.
and their YouTube is doing pretty well. AEW is yet to break 1 million. What are we talking about here?
Well,
WWE's not dying. WWE has their product is shit. Not defending WWE. Their product is utter dog shit. Not defending them in the slightest.
Okay.
But I'm also not going to sit here and look at AEW and be like, oh my God, they're doing so well. They're the greatest thing ever. They're killing WWE. No, they said they're an alternative, but the only thing you did was made me alternatively change the channel to watch the same shit I watched on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays prior.
Damn, Anthony. I'm going to ring the bell on you, man, because you got to take a breath. Take a breath, Anthony.
Brutus, this is incredible. What a package.
What's funny, Rodney, is didn't you hear that from someone else pretty much here?
Yes, Mike's been screaming this for months now. I don't know what to say.
And listen, AEW, I don't want to knock them because they are putting on good wrestling. It's good wrestling. If you want to sit down and watch good wrestling, then yes, AEW is putting on great matches. And I'm not going to sit here and say they're not. But you're bringing in O'Reilly, you're bringing in Bobby Fish, you're bringing in Adam Cole. Do you really need to do the Young Bucks Undisputed Era thing right off the gut? Why don't you let these guys build and become more of a star and not the Adam Cole lackey?
I will agree with Anthony here. I have a big issue with you putting on super matches on Wednesday nights and then expect me to pay for them on a Saturday night or a Sunday night. Don't do that to me. All right, listen, but we out here. We broke. All right, we broke, flat broke. We ain't got it. I give me that match. I'll pay for it if it was pay per view, man. I appreciate that it's free. Don't expect me to pay for it again. I'm not paying for it twice.
But
I'm
like,
not doing it. Okay.
you brought in CM Punk to literally just parade him. All you do is parade him. You put a little hat on him, and you go out there and you want to say Vince does it, but it's Dance Monkey because I'm able to put him on TV and get people to tune in. He's out there and he'll be commentating this match, or he's out there to have a promo, or he's out there to throw on some Sting face paint. Like,
But
you're out
but
there
that
just
didn't even bring the ratings.
But you're out there just parading him for CM Punk. You know, the best thing they're doing is with Daniel Bryan. Daniel Bryan, applaud to you. You actually made the jump to AEW, and you're getting more shine. You're in main event pictures. You're in the main event title match. You're in the main event spotlight. But everyone else who made the jump,
You're where you were, or
you
worse.
can't tell me, you can't look at me and tell me everyone that made the jump is better off than they were in WWE.
That's true. That's true.
Adam Cole made the jump because there was nothing for, and I get it. There was nothing for him in NXT. He did it all, and he didn't like where he was going to go in the main roster. So I get it. He made the jump.
And your boy, favorite wrestler in the world,
Gargano, man. Listen,
he's about to make he did
and I
everything
think
he
he'll
could
make
do
the jump
too.
I think he will. But at the same time, we're going to be sitting here in 6 months asking the same thing.
You got a very good point there, and I can't disagree with you. There's if people want to nitpick and they want to really pick at what you're saying, Anthony's open for debate. You know, we got that number coming across the street. You guys can drop a voicemail at any point in time.
I actually hope I get argued because I love the arguing.
I know you do. You do.
I'm not in tune to wrestling as I used to be.
Guys, 631-319-7958 is the voicemail number. So you're more than welcome to drop your voicemail and hey, challenge it. Ant's always looking for a challenge, man.
I'm not in tune to wrestling as I used to be. So I don't really know the rivalries going on in WWE or AEW. I really don't. But I watch from afar and I pay attention. But at the same time, like, listen, if you're not gonna go up the main roster and you're afraid to go up because you're gonna get washed or buried like the Karrion Crosses of the world, then I get it, make the jump. But don't sit here and tell me all these people are leaving AEW and that's killing WWE. Because all these people jumped, AEW's ratings are staying the same, WWE's ratings are staying the same.
Mm-hmm.
Really, nothing's happening. Why? Because both companies, and here's the overall thing. Both companies aren't going out and getting the new fan.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's what's happening. And hate to say it, but wrestling's going to die because of it. Because the same
What have I been saying?
The same fans are watching wrestling. If you're an AEW mark or you're a WWE mark or you just like wrestling in general, you'll tune in and watch wrestling. That's why Raw's numbers haven't plummeted or went up. Same with SmackDown.
I have a question for you then. Right. With that being said, you know, there's been a lot of talk about why haven't Vince decided to move the needle much to counteract AEW's constant signing of release superstars and constant programming, counter programming back and forth with each other. Do you feel that Vince McMahon is letting AEW oversaturate itself and deplete and fall into itself? Because he's been down this road before. So he's like, I'm gonna let the legs come out from underneath them on their own. And I'm gonna sit back and watch.
Currently, terrible booker. Not gonna sit here and tell you the product's good because it's not. But what he is,
brother, this guy stinks.
He's a fantastic businessman.
Yeah, and
listen, he sold his left nut to the Saudi prince.
Damn.
But
wait, what'd you say?
No, because of it.
You're not going to bust a nut anytime we're in the ring.
Wow, you have a drop for everything, don't you?
Yes, I do. Yes, I do.
He sold his left nut to the Saudi prince, but he's rolling in dough. He doesn't need to counteract AEW because AEW is counteracting themselves. They're burying their own talent with WWE talent just for the sake of having WWE talent. I saw a Borat meme, and it said, if you're not an indie star or you're not a WWE star, off to dark I go because that's what's happening.
Yep.
Mhm.
I saw
You
that.
know, he said Anthony sounds very much of the tune of what Eric Bischoff's been saying about AEW ever since him and Tony Khan had that tiff between each other, because he's saying the same thing. It's you're hurting yourself, and instead of you learning, you can constantly going to continue to make these mistakes. Stop talking about what WCW did as mistakes. You're about to make the same mistake.
Yeah.
So don't be so cocky about how good you're doing. Like we talk about ratings, right? I hate talking ratings because it means nothing to me as a fan. I'm a fan. I watch wrestling. That's my job. My job is not to, let's check the numbers. That's for Brian Alvarez and the boys to do. That ain't my job. But at the end of the day, when he said that 30 minutes meant absolutely nothing, you won 30 minutes in a demo between 18 and 35. Wow. What round of applause. Oh my God, you jump through hoops because you won in a demo for 30 minutes. Come on, man. So when you got those little things, that showed me a lot about who Tony is. Tony, if you're gonna get excited about that little nidbit of competition, whatever competition you made up in your head, that right there, that's enough for you to go, yeehaw, we did it. God, man, like
with the Monday Night Wars, they were on at the same time, right? And you can't do a war in this day and age because there's recordings, there's
too many
YouTube,
variables.
There's so many things. But when the wars happened, right, people weren't tuning into WWE because they were invested in the stars that WCW had. The only time people jumped back to WWE was when Mick Foley won the title. And people were like, Mick Foley's winning the title? Fuck yeah, I want to watch that. And then jump back. But they didn't win. That didn't win them the war.
And
that was
Bischoff
just something
says
that people can tune into.
the biggest mistake he's ever made.
Here's where AEW's failing, right? And hot take here. I don't know if you got a drop for hot take.
Hot take. No, I had to get rid of my hot take drop. Copyrighted.
Hot take here. I'm willing to go out there and drop this out here and say that AEW potentially is killing the business. Because think about NXT. If you were an indie star, if you were an indie fan, excuse me, like myself, right? I wasn't. I was WWE fanboy for life, right? And NXT got these, yeah, exactly. Got these stars, the Adam Coles, or the Bobby Fish, the Kyle O'Reilly, the Shinsuke Nakamura's, right? If you didn't know who they were, but they popped up at NXT, you were like, oh shit, who the hell is this guy? Right?
K Marvel, what's going on? Just he goes, sorry, I couldn't jump in tonight. Family time. Absolutely. Family comes first.
Yeah,
facts.
I'm not meaning to cut you off, Aunt. Christopher Brown has something to say to you. Because Anthony, someone needs to remind that
I wonder who the senile ship addict. But what up, Christopher Brown? Long time no see. Hope all's well.
He goes, that can't take I can't read that.
I got it.
Anthony, I got it. Anthony, someone needs to remind the G-Crip senile shitbag that he can't take his fortune to hell with him. And let's face it, that's where he's going. First of all, releases that didn't need to happen this year. Then you let an egotistical bitch bury a young wrestler who just starting to get over. What the fuck does that sound like? The actions of a sane man, and I apologize for being late. No worries for being a little bit late.
Listen, we're not going to put you down on a section sheet for being late, man.
You're not making the list.
I'm going to finish my hot take, and then I'll let Andrew take over. Sorry, Andrew, I kind of hijacked the show.
No, you're good. You're good.
Hot takes. That's what it says.
You got hot takes. This is the show where you bring your hot takes shit.
But when you have these indie wrestlers sign NXT, and I don't want to use New Japan as indie, but people that, the normal fan, the casual household fan didn't know, and they signed the NXT, right? They became notoriety, right? You were able to develop them in the WWE way, in the NXT way. Fuck, I didn't know who Johnny Gargano was. I didn't know who Tommaso Ciampa was. They turned into the Cruiserweight Classic. I tuned in. Boom. You were able to turn the wheel and make these stars, right? You look over to AEW, they're not doing that. And you have the same people that were over in WWE now in AEW, and they're not creating anybody. It's the same people over and over and over and over again that you're not going out and you're not grabbing that fan. You're not grabbing that guy where it's like, yo, go come check out this dude real quick. Hook, for instance. Yo, come check out Hook. Watch how good Hook is. And then you get that new fan and you get that new person. Right now, it's the same people over and over and over again. NXT, WWE, AEW, it's the same people that these indie stars aren't going to be able to break that ceiling to show out on a WWE or an AEW. Why? Because WWE is kind of done with the indie thing. They're just going to make wrestlers out of football players. And AEW doesn't care about the indie star anymore because right now they want the name. They want the notoriety. They want that name guy that the people like a Darius Carter from the indie scene or friend of the show, the Jurassic Juggernaut, isn't able to break through that glass ceiling and break through into these main type shows because the talent is so saturated now across everything. There are so many wrestlers right now that aren't going to get notoriety because the talent, the whole scene is saturated with everything. And the AEW that was there to open up the door to these wrestlers. Hell, look at Sonny Kiss. Sonny Kiss wrestled in AEW and the week later was in IWW in Queens.
Yeah.
They're not able to do that anymore. Where is Sonny Kiss? Gone.
Sonny Kiss wrestled Joey Janela the other day on Dark or something in a no disqualification, no rules match.
But that's all they have for him right now, and that's it. Because it's like they had him in a tag team with Joey Janela for the longest, and then Joey Janela went heel against him and fucking beat the shit out of him. And now look where both of them are. Like I love Joey Janela. I think Joey Janela is a great fucking talent. I always had respect for Joey Janela as a wrestler, even in the indie scene. But it's like you have two people who have extraordinary talent, and now they're just not even on the mid card.
I know my boy Chris always says you can never have too much talent, but in this particular situation, I think that you're almost going to have, for the first time I've ever seen, a wrestler coming that's it's extremely oversaturated to the point where people are going to be like, yo, bro, I gotta go somewhere where I can actually work. I'm just looking for work. I'm not looking to go to WWE. I just need work. You gotta work somewhere. Yeah. Like that's the part. Point. Yeah. So I look at a Brian Cage, for instance. It really bothers me. I always bring him up every show because I like Brian Cage. And as a person, I also like him as a talent. And I want to see him be successful. And I thought AEW would have been a great place to use the big man that can actually move around and do crazy cool things. I thought AEW would be the place for that kind of person. Well, clearly it's not, because look at what they're doing with him. Like when you got reports coming out that he's not hurt, he's not injured, he's not sick, he literally has nothing to do. They have nothing to do for him.
And also his wife coming out saying she's sick that he's not being used on television when he's like a big.
It's a draw.
Like,
but I said this week. Put him up against fucking Wardlow.
Hello.
It works.
Hello. The other guy I was singing his praises this whole time.
It fucking works, bro. Like you literally have Wardlow fighting these fucking little fucking no-name jobbers.
Mark, they don't know how to use the big.
And
man.
also,
they don't know how.
Why?
I don't know why.
Real talent. We know what the man is capable of. We've seen him fucking fight, and we know what he does. He's great. Put him up against another big man.
You were willing to put Big Show in a match on Dark in the middle of Grand Slam. We all watched that with those that were in the tent.
Yeah, if I was laughing my ass off, because I'm like, I've seen this in WWE, and I don't need to see this again.
You mean to tell me that you couldn't find something for Brian Cage to do?
Well, that's a whole nother situation. Don't forget. Big Show, according to the fanboys, was never supposed to wrestle.
But in his contract, it said
and I was supposed to get my student loan forgiven.
Contracts are different. I'm just saying what the fanboys kept saying.
Mike, and I was supposed to get my student loans forgiven. We see what happened with that.
But also, in a situation, I know you're gonna bring it up on Monday, but do you see there's gonna be the end of Wardlow and MJF basically soon?
Absolutely,
Because of the whole thing that Wardlow in his contract, any title that he wins, he must relinquish to MJF? Because Wardlow doesn't read contracts.
Wardlow doesn't read contracts. What is he, Spike from Little Giants? Spike don't care.
All right.
Like,
Spike don't play with girls.
Spike don't read
No
contracts.
mercy, no ball. Like what the fuck? Like Warlord don't read contracts. That's amazing. That's gonna be a new T-shirt. Andrew, you just gave me a new T-shirt idea. Warlord
Like,
don't read
I'm
contracts.
looking up the AEW, the roster right now, and it just goes on and on and on, and they
Well-
have so much talent.
Anthony, they signed 30 people this year.
Yeah, 30 people this year, and I asked them, and is all 30 being used? And Mike and Andrew Barker, like, I think probably like 4 of them. Like,
Roughly, yeah.
Yeah,
Like,
AEW Dark doesn't count for me, and that's why. So that's why I don't like showing. I know what you
Dark?
paid for.
Dark is like main event.
I say this. I say this. That's why when we went to Grand Slam, and then went to the show at UBS Arena, I wasn't planning on showing up for Dark because I don't give a fuck about Dark. Like I don't care. I know you pay for what you buy, but it's literally fucking a little 5-minute matches or 2-minute matches of shit.
Jobbers.
But the thing is, I want to see Thunder Rosa. I'm a big Thunder Rosa guy.
But Thunder Rosa does not need to be on Dark. She deserves to be on Rampage and Dynamite.
I don't disagree with you, Andrew. That's the only way I can see Thunder Rosa if she's on Dark. But I got Rio taking on
Jamie Hayter
getting tossed around like a rag doll, but I can't get Thunder Rosa to take on Jamie Hayter.
And the
Who's
fact
booking this?
But the fact that they have this so-called TBS Women's Championship tournament, they could have put that match, the Jade Cargill match and Thunder Rosa match, on at the UBS Arena instead of having Thunder Rosa wrestle a damn fucking Dark match. They could have had Jade Cargill wrestle at UBS. Also, Christopher Brown says, if you want AEW to survive long term, whether Tony Khan likes it or not, but he's going to have to invest his own version of NXT if he hopes to build a pipeline for when guys like MJF make the jump to WWE, and that's out there for a replacement is someone past 40 weeks literally on their last leg. Christ, X-Pac just get medical clearance and is waiting for the phone to ring.
And Ricochet,
it's gonna
Ricochet
ring.
supposedly opened his mouth too.
Guess whose phone gonna ring? Come Royal Rumble.
X-Pac.
Because guess what? We thin right now in the WWE. They're gonna be pulling for anybody.
Kyle just said, I just wanted to say, I'm personally tired of everyone saying this ex-WWE guy or gal. There's a lot of these people who have been so a lot of these people have been so many people who made their names in other promotions. Casual fans only say that because they have not seen anything outside WWE. I truly believe that people should use the power of the internet and do your damn research.
That is facts.
I agree.
Yes.
And that's why I sing the praises of a Brian Cage. That's why I sing the praises of certain people, because I know where they come from. I sing the praises of a Thunder Rosa, saying that she does not need to be on Dark because she's bigger than that.
Yes.
Anybody that's bigger than that, even fucking Gun Club, do not need to be on fucking Dark. I see something in Austin Gunn that people
Do you
don't
really?
see. Yes,
I think
his daddy still wears a thong, and he's about 60.
I want to say something to something in response to Christopher Brown when he was talking about the pipeline. Isn't that what the Nightmare Factory is?
Yes,
that's right.
So they already have but remember, they do not have a PC, Rodney. Tony's own words.
They don't have one.
but also if you want if AEW is gonna survive long term, they're gonna need to go public traded company. In a way, I think they'll be screwed in the long term when they don't have investors.
I think
And
not
investors-
yet. No, maybe in about 10 to 15 years.
I'll say even longer than that. Yeah, I don't think you got to go public right away.
No, I think they give it
At
5
some
years.
point down the road, if you want to make commercial money and start bringing in really raking in the big bucks, yeah.
I mean,
Because you got to get international following first. You got to get global. You got to get wide. If you don't get wide in the pro wrestling business, then you're just mainline straight.
In the end, it all depends on how much Papa Khan wants to invest more money. If he says, "I don't want to put more money into it," and the only way is to go public, then yes.
Who gonna head coach that team? That's who he worried about, right?
That's
he ain't
right.
worried about no AEW.
Okay.
He's worried about who's
He
head
worried
coaching
about-
the team. He's worried
Kyle's-
about who's the number one overall pick.
Kyle said something again. Outside of that, gents, have a great new year and come to the watch party for day one that we're gonna do on Saturday. And I speak for my brothers and I when I say we appreciate y'all. Thank you for letting me on the show and can't wait for 2022. I can't wait to one day be on your show and I can't wait for you to be back here.
Kyle, I'm building the calendar for January. Hit me up. We'll plug you in. We'll get you guys in.
Hey, if you're not doing anything next week on Thursday, why don't you replace Michael Steinberg on that show?
Aha.
Yes,
So,
I will be busy.
Let's do some fantasy booking because I love some fantasy booking,
All right.
and this will show the health of AEW. So, what's after Adam Page?
What's after Adam Page as far as a champion?
As far as champion,
Sure.
I
Adam
think that
Page?
you.
I think an MJF might be in the picture.
Yes, I think MJF is
has
gonna.
to be.
Yeah,
I think it's MJF, or you can get a Adam Cole situation. I know you don't want to push them so far.
No, because then everybody should complain.
Yep.
Everybody in that company should complain.
I think it should be like a Miro. A Miro should challenge for that
Nah.
shit.
I'm
Nah,
telling you
I-
exactly how this is gonna go. They're gonna have to give it to MJF to keep the top heel in the company alive, because you can't let him get buried by CM Punk. Then he loses all credibility. But if
He's
you
gonna
give him a title run and have everyone chase after him, that's when he's gonna be at his best.
I think it should be MJF.
Michael Rock Sunday Night
Damn it.
Heat. Come on now, it really is. I just said that. It's Sunday Night Heat. It's velocity. It's whatever you want to call it. It's the world. It's not even WWF New York. It's the world.
Velocity.
That's what it is. Okay, it's the world. Remember that shit? Remember when
Yep.
that changed the name? It's the
Velocity.
world. Okay.
So, I think without a doubt it should be MJF.
Absolutely.
Oh, 100%.
And then, so MJF wins the title.
Then
Yes,
Omega.
absolutely.
No, Omega
Oh.
no. Omega is done for like a year and a half or 2 years
I know,
because
but
of the
you
surgery.
see what I'm trying to get at?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's like it's not practical because you're gonna literally have Cody break his word and say I'm never challenging for the AEW World Title. You're gonna see him break that.
Got
He's gonna break that word if MJF is champion.
Andrew, I'm
But like
happy. you brought
AEW
up
is in the
Cody.
same boat as WWE. Even though if they don't want to admit, people don't want to admit it, they're in the same boat because you have MJF. I mean, you have Adam Page, and then you have someone like an MJF that you're sitting there and you're like, wow, I think he'd be really good to win the title, right? And
But
then,
then what's next?
who is it? Is it Adam Cole?
Like, who's next after Roman?
Exactly. That's the thing. You sit there and you wonder who's next after Roman.
Now-
the person who dethrones Roman is getting that next big push.
Yeah, here's
Braun
another
Breaker.
name. Here's another name for AEW. What about Andrade?
That's something special right there.
Agreed. But you sit there and you look. But again, we haven't brought up any other names. We haven't brought up a Brian Cage.
Nope.
We haven't brought up.
Except
Warlow.
Brian Cage. There is a report. Brian Cage has said he wants Hangman next.
Have we brought up Darby Allin?
Which Darby?
Have
Darby
we brought
could-
up Eddie Kingston?
Nope.
Have we brought up Moxley?
If healthy, nope.
Yeah, Anthony.
Do you see what I'm getting at here?
I
We
saw
haven't been able-
Moxley
We
in
haven't
Atlantic
been
City.
able to push or create our own talent. And that's the same boat WWE's in.
Mhm.
We can flip flop the WWE title all we want on Raw. It can go for Big E, Seth. We can flip flop that all you want. But right now, your flag bearer is Roman Reigns. But then who's next? Brock? And then Roman again?
No.
And then Brock leaves, and then Roman goes to Hollywood.
No,
You haven't been able to create that next guy in WWE.
Braun
But if we can
Breaker.
sit here and talk about sunshine and rainbows now, AEW is the promised land. But the promised land of what? Who's your main champion if it's not Adam Page, Kenny Omega? We haven't created anything.
Gotta be, man. He's making valid points, guys. I don't know. That's making me think, man. I can definitely see Darby Allin as your champ, but Darby's been very vocal. The AEW championship is not something that he wants to stride for.
Sting.
Oh Jesus Christ! if Sting wants to be an AEW champion, I'm gonna have a lot to say about a 62-year-old man becoming your world champion. You know, there's talent there, which then we're not saying that there's not talent. Anthony is not saying that at all. What he's saying is, who's that next talent that's built?
Because they're not building them.
Champ? You haven't built anybody.
Yep.
Everybody's coming in off their name and making a run. Yeah, anybody can make a run, but in the thick of it, what's the story?
Sammy Guevara? I love Sammy Guevara.
Sammy's great.
Yeah, Sammy Guevara
Uncle
could
Boy,
be the new
great.
face of AEW if they push him to the moon.
Well,
But
Jungle
they
Boy.
won't push him to the moon because every time they have Sammy and they cock back that slingshot to slingshot him to the moon, Daniel Bryan's all elite, CM Punk's all elite, Adam Cole's all elite, Johnny Gargano's all elite.
Yeah, he gets
We'll just
knocked
put that
back.
slingshot away.
And it sucks because like Sammy Guevara is like one of the originals, man.
Yeah,
Sammy
he's one of the four
Guevara's been
pillars.
there since the fucking beginning, bro.
And you see how that's another thing, Mark. You got guys that's been here since A1 day one.
Yeah, like fucking Joey Janela. Joey
Okay,
Janela
and
is one of the
with
originals,
you.
and look where Joey Janela's at.
Who's
Christopher-
been with you? Go ahead.
Christopher Brown said Anthony in an interview about a month ago. I forgot who it was with, but in it, Roman hinted he might be jumping to Hollywood sooner than expected. If that's the case, W's fucked because if he goes, who's going to be the face of the company after he's gone?
Braun Breaker.
Who's on the wrong side of 30.
Yeah,
I'll
no,
say this. Wait,
you're
let me
right.
say. Let me say this. What have I been saying though? Okay, and you could blame the fans a little bit for it too, because WWE has tried to build new stars and the fans reject them. Yes, they might not be the star we want, but sometimes you just got to see what happens.
Look, it's a tough situation, man. Both companies, and I think AEW backed themselves into a corner just using people's name recognition alone just to build firepower and go on these long runs. It's like a run in basketball where you go on a 9-0 run, a 10-0 run. The run dies at a certain point. It ends. So what happens now? You got to start hitting shots. Now you got to work. Now you got to work a half-court game plan. Now you got to work the full court. What's your game plan? There is no plan, and that was something that Chris brought up a couple of weeks ago. We watch AEW because it's good pro wrestling, but what direction are they going? Because there was a point in the summer where they were stagnant as hell because the runs wasn't there. There was no runs. It was just AEW champ, Kenny Omega, boring as hell. Young Bucks wearing weird outfits.
Not even that. Not even that. Add the fact Kenny Omega winning the Impact title, winning the
And
title.
the one-sided partnership of AEW and Impact. AEW definitely benefited that shit more than Impact because if Impact benefited from it, it would fucking got a TV deal on cable instead of being on YouTube and not being on Twitch. You're not being on just access for one cable provider.
I'm gonna tell you, I'm gonna put y'all. Me and Andrew tried to warn everybody 2 years ago. Yeah. We're gonna put you guys on game one more time, and it's the last time I'm gonna say it to you. You better start paying attention to Impact because right now they have one of the most interesting women's divisions I've seen in a very long time.
I gotta start paying attention to Impact because I don't watch Impact at all. I used to watch Impact.
You should, because since the NXT's women's division, this women's division has been super interesting. I mean, storytelling, characters. It's interesting. Now, get me wrong. Britt Baker's great, phenomenal star, but that's one person. We're talking about multiple stars in this women's division. The list goes on and on.
And before the partnership, Moose, that whole Moose situation with the title, that was awesome.
I gotta say, like watching that live of Moose's winning the championship. Like a lot of people, like Mitch was our buddy Mitch. I love Mitch, but he says to me, he goes, "What an asshole to do in front of his family." I'm like, "That's the greatest fucking storyline I've ever seen."
You're
who
a
cashes
heel.
who cashes in a Money in the Bank briefcase when there's family in the ring? Nobody. No, they've never seen that in WWE. Only time I've seen that was Survivor Series of Roman getting bro kicked while there's confetti falling, but there was no family involved in that situation.
WrestleMania 30 was it 32? Wasn't there was his daddy ringside when he beat Brock and Seth came flying down?
No, 31. That was
Was it
31. 31 was Brock, Roman, and then it turned to a triple threat. And literally, there was if Roman's family was in the ring with him, like I'm saying,
That was
like
shit. If Seth would hit Daddy with a super kick, oh Lord!
see, I've never seen it like in a way where the family came in and watched him like celebrate with him, and then seconds later, somebody comes in and cashes in a briefcase. I've never seen in a company. So that was the greatest way to fucking make Moose's heelish acts the greatest thing in the world.
Because Moose actually made us feel bad for him with the Kenny Omega situation. We actually were feeling for Moose. We were like, yo, Kenny is doing Moose. They're really doing Moose dirty. Like, I really don't appreciate this.
They made him come to the Daly's place and lose the championship. That's Impact's championship on AEW turf. It was dumb.
Yep. It was crazy.
On an AEW pay-per-view. Not an AEW pay-per-view, an Impact pay-per-view.
But this is crazy. You know, when you really look at it, you gotta start paying attention to these companies like Impact. Pay attention to NWA.
MLW. Now you gotta pay attention. Now you gotta pay attention to something that's been revived by AJ Lee and Tessa Blanchard, and it's owned by a great owner, Janine Buss.
Baby.
That you can watch the first season of WoW on the CW app to get caught up on everything.
I love you, Jeannie, my queen.
Now you have these promotions other than AEW and WWE. Use those promotions as an alternative. Give them viewership that they deserve.
That's why some of these people need to stop saying AEW needs to sign this person.
That's where
Impact needs to. Rodney, how many? You, me, and Andrew have had discussions on. Oh, this woman could be used in Impact. Oh, maybe WoW can use her. Oh, maybe she go to New Japan.
A girl like Toni Storm, I know she quit, but
thrive in Impact.
She will thrive in Impact or WoW because if she goes to anywhere, she best go to she best go to Impact or WoW if she wants to actually.
No, I think she'll be a megastar. Wow, mega. Who would have thought the owner of the
imagine her versus Tessa? Imagine Tessa Blanchard versus Toni Storm.
Yeah,
that'll be fun. I'll be honest with you. I know the heat that I'm probably going to get. This is a hot take.
You miss Tessa Blanchard?
I miss Tessa, man.
So do I.
Really miss her. I really miss her. Wrestler of the Year 2019. I miss her, man. I really do. I think she's phenomenal.
Yep.
Okay.
It's crazy.
I'm gonna head out.
Thank you for joining in.
All right, bro.
Continue the show. Guys, it's been a pleasure. Hope you guys had a good Christmas, Hanukkah, whatever you guys celebrate. Happy New Year.
Yes.
And Andrew, keep up the good work. And obviously, Rodney, keep the brand strong. I'll be out and I'll pop up whenever the bat signal's on and y'all
or
need
the Yankee logo shining in the sky. Because we all know you're the biggest Yankee fan in our friend group.
Again, just gonna say it. You know, AEW has a lot of talent. Not knocking it. WWE products lacking. But I'm just gonna. My hot take still stands from what I said before. So if y'all want to bash me in the comments, you can find me here. Let me know I suck. Let me know I'm dumb. I don't know anything about wrestling. I love it all because you're probably not wrong because I probably don't know anything about wrestling because y'all four know a lot more than I do. So, guys, keep it locked up behind the barricade. These guys are tremendous. Tune in to Rodney's show. Tune in to Andrew's show. Take it easy, guys. Love you all.
Love you too,
Oh,
Anthony.
yeah, and Anthony Carrigan. Anthony Carrigan.
Yes.
Unbelievable.
Co-founder of Beyond the Barricade,
Mhm.
founded in a parking lot, right?
Found it in Anthony's Chevy Equinox.
Was it?
driving home from Bohemia?
Wow, that's deep too, bro.
I found, and also the funny thing is, I found about the show being a thing when we were at the Sky Bounce place, whatever the trampoline place was that you told us in the parking lot.
Sky Bounce.
The Sky Jump, whatever it is, in Ronkonkoma.
We were at a Sky Jump place?
Yeah, we were at a trampoline place.
What the hell were we doing at a trampoline place?
Rodney's
Was I
big
jumping-
ass was jumping
Yeah,
on a fucking trampoline.
That's a great question.
Yeah, you
Anthony.
were.
I was jumping on a trampoline. When was
Yeah,
this?
It was one of those Sky.
I would love to see that.
One of the
shit.
places that we get the special socks.
We were
Those
really there.
diabetic socks?
I don't.
Yeah.
Andrew, I don't remember this. You got pictures?
Yes. No, I don't have pictures,
Oh my
but
God.
but we
I have
all
amnesia.
we all went to the place and we played dodgeball.
We went there.
You whiffed the ball and hit me in the face.
Andrew, I'm telling you right
Yes, yes,
now. I am completely
yes.
baffled.
We all
I
went there.
don't remember this.
We all went there,
I
and
don't
then
remember this.
and it was
Oh,
me, you, Mike, Kenny, Ryan. We met up with Anthony.
I didn't
remember
go.
This, Mike?
I thought you went. I thought you went.
What
It
the
was
fuck,
something.
Sickles?
And then you told us about the show. You told me about the show that you and Anthony and Kaylin were starting the Beyond the Barricade in a parking lot at Sky Bounce, whatever.
Wow, I don't remember this. Holy crap!
Yep.
Okay.
Wow, I'm damn. Well, I'm happy you came aboard, man.
Thank you. Yo, I remember my first show being in that studio. I was nervous as fuck.
Well, I told you, don't be nervous. Once you get on the mic,
Yep.
get on the mic and say your piece, and whatever you say on the mic, you stand behind.
But I gotta say, the 2-hour nap before the shows, before shows, whenever I came on the show, while they were doing the football show, was actually pretty fun. Taking a nap in the parking lot, people knocking on the window. Are you okay? Yeah, I'm just taking a nap.
I was like, I wish. Oh man, well, I got to bring back that football show, man. That was fun. I really enjoyed that.
Goal line
Yeah.
stand, was it called?
Yeah, I really enjoyed it. Definitely gonna be called something else though. But I enjoyed it, man. Me and Anthony had some great moments, man. Some crazy fun moments. But nonetheless, we are into the thick of it now, into hour 2 of our end of the year celebration.
Yep.
Anthony kind of threw a wrench into the rundown.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
boy.
He took the show.
Why don't
He
we
took this
hand
off-
out some awards?
Yeah, let's do that because
Sure.
we all the barricades.
The barricades. We're gonna give out some barricades. I like
Okay.
that.
So Rodney,
Put it on a t-shirt.
since you are the founder of Beyond the Barricade, we'd like to give you the honor of choosing your superstar of the year for AEW and then WWE first.
Really me?
Yes, you could. It's
Oh, you
also
shouldn't have.
for the men's and women's divisions. You
Oh,
you
I gotta
split them
put
up.
the divisions up. Oh God, wow. Oh, this is really easy. As far as the men's go in WWE, it has to be Roman Reigns, and let me explain why. Roman Reigns, male superstar of the year in WWE by far. Man comes back after staying away because of COVID. Literally takes the reins, no pun intended, and runs with it and becomes a monster heel. The bigger heel that we have dreamed of him being. We knew this could happen.
Our tribal chief.
Now, he's our tribal chief. We acknowledge him. All right, we're going to acknowledge our tribal chief. That man deserves Wrestler of the Year for the men's division in the WWE by far. It's not even close. If I can't even give you a runner-up, I can't. One for the women's division. This one's hard, man. Because there was some great moments from a lot of women. I personally will give it to Asuka. I felt that Asuka throughout the majority of 2020 or 2021 really hung in there tough. I know some of you guys might say Bianca, some might even say Rhea Ripley. I'm rolling with Asuka. I think Asuka deserves more love and credit. I know she was hurt for the tail end of this year, but everything that was tossed to that woman since Becky was gone and she was handed that title, she did everything she possibly could to be entertaining. She did everything she possibly could to continue to stay relevant. And you have to give Asuka credit there. I'm going with Asuka as my female wrestler of the year.
Okay. Now for AEW side.
AEW side, it's man. I'm gonna start with the women's first. Let's keep it real. Who has done it better than Britt Baker?
Nobody.
Who has done it better than Britt Baker on the women's side of that?
Thunder Rosa.
You would say Thunder Rosa.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, that's a great and look, I won't disagree with you as far as the work put in, but the aura that Britt carries with her is crazy. I haven't seen people lose their mind over a female wrestler like this in a very, very long time since Becky. It feels like it's been a long time, but it's different when Britt's music hits and she comes out there. It's a different feel. Thunder Rosa she gets a great pop too, but the body of work, the match that those two had to what she's done winning the title, finally putting the strap on her after all this time and getting that done. Kudos to Britt Baker. She's my female wrestler of the year. Going over to the men's side, man, this one can eat me up. It's so difficult for me.
You're like playing pong in your head between a couple people.
Yeah, I don't want to pick Kenny Omega. I just feel like that's too easy.
And not only that, it's a stale. You can't take a stale title reign.
Yeah, I was bored. I was so bored with Kenny the majority of this year. He really has not entertained me. Kenny really could have done more, I feel, but he didn't. And it's been nothing but difficult to sit here and fight through and to watch until he lost the title. And I was like, great, finally, something good coming out of this. But as far as the story goes, and I know he's missed time, the love and support we gave him up until him winning the title, and Hangman Adam Page has been my favorite wrestler for the last 2 years, other than Walter. I gotta give Hangman his due. I know he missed time due to the baby, and all power to him. Family comes first.
Yep.
But he has been the guy that we've been singing his praises. And even when he stepped away from that little bit of time, that feud that he had with Omega leading up to the big, like all of that stuff culminating, the storytelling, how he got there. That's phenomenal. That's amazing.
Ooh.
I would tell you that I'm giving Hangman Adam Page Wrestler of the Year on the men's side.
Okay.
There's two people that get honorable mentions. And one of them, we already know it's probably the best heel in the business right now.
That's what Chris O'Brien says. Wrestlers of the Year for me. AEW's men's MJF, women's Britt Baker, WWE men's Drew McIntyre, women's, as much as I hate to say it, but it's Charlotte.
I wasn't gonna pick Charlotte. I think Asuka deserves some shine all the way from 2020 to up until her getting hurt. I think that she's carried the torch and she's done a phenomenal job, even when Charlotte was away. So sorry, Charlotte, you missed a whole lot of time. You did. So I gotta give it to my girl Asuka. But as far as honorable mentions, MJF is a hell of an honorable mention. And I'm gonna throw a curveball at you. Most improved out of AEW, the Spanish God.
Yep,
he's come a long way.
So he's your rising star.
Sammy Guevara is a stud, and if you don't see it coming, then you're just missing the boat. The guy has transformed his body. He's matured. He's matured in the ring. He's gotten better. Every time he goes out there, he's got a little bit better and a little bit better. I want to see him succeed to have a huge 2022.
Yeah, word.
Shout out to Sammy Guevara. Hopefully,
Hopefully he wins his belt back. So, Mike or Mark, who wants to go next?
I'll go last because I want to add something else.
Okay, Mark, you
Alright.
go next.
All right. So when it comes to WWE, I am gonna agree with Rodney when he says Roman Reigns should be WWE Breakout Superstar of the Year. I think he was great. I love Roman. I think this is the side of Roman that I know I always wanted to see. He's great as a heel. He's currently just leading the men's division. The guy is phenomenal in the ring, and he's great to watch. The guy, he friggin' beat cancer multiple times, and came back stronger than ever, and now is at the top of his game. As far as the women's division goes, I'm gonna go with Bianca. 'Cause I think Bianca was great. Bianca is great. I love to watch her perform. I think she was a great champion. Unfortunately, I just wish her championship run would have went a little longer. But that's Vince's doing. So we can't really
Shout out to Vinnie Mac.
shout out to Vinnie Mac. As far as AEW goes, I will go with Hangman, like Rodney did, and Hangman is great. I always loved Hangman. I always knew Hangman had the potential to be a champion. I'm totally here for his championship run, man. I want to see this guy go far with this championship title. And he's just a great performer. He's fun to watch. I love saying cowboy shit. I can't get enough of it. With honorable mention to MJF. I think MJF is great. I used to hate him. I couldn't fucking stand him at one point, but you know what? The kid has really proven to me that he's a great talent. He's fucking awesome on the mic. Guy's got incredible mic skills. So yeah, I'll leave it at that. As far as their women's division goes, I'm gonna go out on a limb here and go against what Rodney said, and I'm gonna go with Thunder Rosa. I think Thunder Rosa is probably next to Britt Baker. I feel like Thunder Rosa is top AEW Breakout Star of the Year. I feel like the woman has great potential for her age. She's phenomenal in the ring. She can move like she literally moves like she's fucking 16 years old. She's amazing. Like when it comes to the high flying shit, when it comes to friggin', just spinning people around, she's good. I don't really know if I have any. Yeah, I think we're gonna leave it at that. I think we're gonna leave it at that.
Christian Brown says for Breakout Star of the Year, for me it's Sammy Guevara in AEW, and in WWE I'm going with Damian Priest.
I would agree with that. Damian Priest for Breakout Star of the Year in the WWE.
A little DP, a little DP.
So
it's funny he said that. Hold on, actually, before we get into Mike's takes, I gotta read this comment that my boy said. So my homegirl said in the THWF page, she was like, before the year ends, can I receive a short message from everyone on my friends' lips, even if we're not close? And my boy commented, Tony Storm quit because there wasn't enough DP.
Wow. Oh God.
And let's get it into the whole little fiasco with the friggin' pies to the face.
Oh jeez.
oh,
That's
Lord
terrible,
have
bro.
mercy. Oh man, that's pretty damn good. That's rich. knee slapper moment of the night. Wabba. Man.
So, Mike, do you want to go now or me?
No, you.
Okay.
I'll go last.
I'm gonna throw a curve. I'm throwing a curveball on the men's
curveball.
side for WB.
Oh, Andrew's throwing balls. Here we go.
I got my superstar of the year, 2021, Big E.
Okay.
Oh,
Man held multiple titles. Intercontinental Championship, held it up to WrestleMania 37, night 1 or night 2. Then the next pay-per-view, not really next pay-per-view, but Money in the Bank, wins Money in the Bank, cashes in on a destructive Bobby Lashley, wins the WWE Championship, has held that championship long time now. I gotta say, Bobby Lashley brought the best of him. I mean, not Bobby Lashley. Big E brought the best of himself this year, more than Roman Reigns did. And I gotta tell you, the list of opponents that Roman Reigns really faced this year, not really top notch, other than John Cena. And he beat Daniel Bryan and Edge in a triple threat match, but you want two washed up superstars.
Oh,
yes, Daniel Bryan and Edge washed up.
Hey,
I'm sorry, Edge washed up. He better take that loss at day one.
oh God.
But Edge coming back. Oh, I need a WrestleMania moment again. Wins the Royal Rumble after the whole coming back, the whole last year's fiasco. Edge is still running around like an old man in the ring. Daniel Bryan, a man that didn't really have what it took again. He wasn't himself. Cesaro, the whole match was kind of But John Cena, that was the only biggest match of Roman Reigns' career this year, was against John Cena. A man of legendary stature. But Big E, he's taken on the likes of Seth Rollins. He's taken on the likes of Kevin Owens. He's taken on Bobby Lashley. He's took on Apollo Crews. He also did more shit for WWE this year than Roman Reigns has. I understand Roman Reigns, the bloodline and everything, but it's not the greatest thing. We had that down in NXT with the Undisputed Era. They tried copying that shit. But I understand it's just family with Paul Heyman. Why did Paul Heyman?
Family.
All right, Dominic Toretto.
But from a women's side of Superstar of the Year, throw another curveball.
Oh God, here we go.
Gotta give it Liv Morgan.
You know, that was actually that was gonna be. I don't know if I was gonna say her, but I was gonna say she definitely is maybe most improved.
Okay.
But because Charlotte sat at WrestleMania, didn't do shit, and so Money in the Bank, burying superstars after superstar. Beats Rhea Ripley. Oh, again, bashing down a younger talent that needed the rub. Nikki Ash, whatchamacallit, wins the
ass.
Nikki Ash cashes in, but then taps out to Charlotte Flair.
I know who my most improved is in WWE.
Who? Nikki Ash?
On the women's side.
Who?
Are we just gonna casually forget about Mandy Rose?
Oh yeah, Mandy Rose.
We just gonna forget. Not only did she slip and bust her behind or at WrestleMania, and everyone laughed at it, then she turned into a toxic attraction. Let's just be real. All right, let's call it what it is. That is the hottest thing going right now.
And I'm sorry, Rodney, but I know I never say this about bashing people, but I watched.
Biggest disappointment of the year.
I gotta say this. I read a comment the other day, yesterday on Facebook at the whole Tony Storm releases, and they said, "How did they let Tony Storm go when they still have Danny Brooke on the roster?" And I kind of gave that a like, and I was like,
All right, but speaking of Mandy, this is like can she still what changed the fact that she couldn't wrestle on Raw and SmackDown, and all of a sudden she can wrestle?
I think it's the spot she was put in. She was put in some weird spots, and they were trying to make it work. But here we are now, where the weird spots is over, and now she's not in those weird spots. She's in a faction that she can be.
But now
wait,
so now here, if they could do that to her, why couldn't they do that with?
Oh, look at this, Chris DeCarlis.
Why couldn't they do that with Tony Storm?
Chris. Oh, he's got the real brick wall behind him.
Are you
What's going on, boys?
Are you currently at a bar right now?
I'm at Napa Tandy's in Smithtown. Yeah, I'm outside.
Nice.
Shout out to Napa Tandy's, showing Chris a good time.
Yeah. What's going on, boys?
How doing good, man? We chatted it up. End of the year show.
Yeah, I wanted to jump on and say Happy New Year. Check out the mega show for the final.
Chris, drop your Venmo or Cash App. Everybody buy a drink for Chris.
No, Happy New Year drink for Chris DeCarlis.
Yeah.
The hard work he put in this year.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Putting the work for that football organization and everything.
The grind don't stop, man. The grind don't stop. He's got
a
full season coming. He got a full season coming, and they will bring home the chip. We ain't worried about that. Yep. That's not going to be a problem. That's not going to be a problem at all.
So how are you doing, Chris?
I'm doing well. I'm doing real well.
Before I finish my Superstars of the Year, do you want to give out your Superstars of the Year?
My Superstars of the Year?
For AEW and WWE.
AEW Superstar of the Year? Wow.
That's a tough one, right? I know.
It's a tough one. I have to go with I don't know, like, Bryan Danielson really made a run at the end of the year.
Okay.
That's I was surprised none of y'all have brought him up yet.
He really made a run.
I'm surprised nobody's brought him up yet. I'm surprised. I'm really shocked at you guys.
So I didn't bring him up because, and I might take some heat for this, but it's just simply because AEW did not need Bryan Danielson. You have so much talent coming up in AEW. Why did we need Bryan Danielson? Why do we need CM Punk?
It's the same reason that Tampa Bay Buccaneers needed Tom Brady.
Okay.
You don't say no to greatness. But anyway, I don't want to mess up you guys' show. I just want to say Happy New Year. Jump on real quick.
Yep.
I'll be back on Monday.
Yep, catch you Monday.
Can't wait.
Yep. Hope you guys have a good New Year, and I'll see you then. Peace.
Peace. Man.
All right, boys. Be good.
Yeah.
Happy New Year, brother.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Chris DeCarlis with the check-in.
We got us. That's a big ass surprise. I didn't think he was gonna be showing up. You never know who shows up at Andrew Hot Takes, the mega show.
Oh, he said he see Roman dropping the title on Saturday.
Yes, I do too. I do too.
But who take it off of Brock?
It's a work.
Who get
Paul Heyman is gonna double cross Brock.
Womp. Tribal Chief.
Well,
you really think so?
That leads me into what I said last week. So Paul Heyman double crosses Brock. Who's the next Paul Heyman guy?
Braun Breaker.
Yo,
I was thinking that.
Yo, I gotta see that, or that guy Harlan.
Tommaso Ciampa.
That's been in the talks. I talked to dude. I literally fucking read that on Sportskeeda the other day, bro. That Tommaso Ciampa might be in the talks for being the next
he gives them CM Punk vibes, where he's just almost as big as Punk as far as stature. Even though I know Vince doesn't like the smaller guy in pro wrestling, he's weird like that. It means something to him. But
great fucking performance.
It's gonna be a double switch on Saturday. Brock and Heyman go heel. Roman turns face for the WrestleMania run.
Okay.
Against who though?
Against Brock again. Whoa, we don't want that.
No,
I'm
complaining about it over here.
But the thing is,
he has to stay heel if they're eventually going to.
Here's my hot take about this whole road to WrestleMania. They said it's in Dallas, so everything's bigger in Dallas. It's gonna be a lot of the matches at WrestleMania are gonna be either fatal triple threats or fatal four-way matches. It seems. Yo, Why not make a?
People don't want that though.
You got 2 nights, man. Come on, you got to fill
I know
2
2
nights.
nights, but you got to fill up.
on 4-on-4 matches.
No, you got the major titles will be defended. Like
This is where you need NXT's help. Okay, I'm gonna say it before and I'll say it again. You're gonna need their help.
No takeover this year. It's them on WrestleMania.
Exactly. Fill those 2. The beginning of each night needs to be an NXT match. Give these. You really want to see what these kids are made of? Trot their ass down that ramp at AT&T Stadium and let the crowd react to them. You'll see if you have a star or not. Put it throw in there.
You know what's crazy? You want to hear some funny shit? I might take some heat for this. So, the other day we were talking about on NXT, and I'm gonna go out on a limb here. What if the reason they're giving Grayson Waller such a push is because he might be the next Paul Heyman guy?
yeah, he needs a mouthpiece. I can't stand his fucking talk when he talks.
LA Knight.
LA Knight.
LA Knight, no.
Okay.
I could
LA
see.
Knight can be the next
No,
Paul
I
Heyman
could
guy.
no. I could see Brock Lesnar's little baby in NXT be the next Paul Heyman guy.
What are you talking about?
Chuck
Justice?
Harlan. Harlan, whatever his name is.
Really?
Yeah.
The guy that shoved Brian Kendrick down the stairs. I can see him be the next Brock Lesnar guy. I'm a
And
Paul Heyman
almost
guy.
threw, that
2 words.
that girly man jumper off the roof.
Yes.
No.
Dude has given me Brock Lesnar vibes since he started this in
First
NXT.
of all, Nails cannot be the next Paul Heyman guy. I'm sorry. I refuse.
No. I refuse. Tommaso Ciampa could talk. You need somebody that can't talk on the mic.
This
You
is the
need
guy
some-
that you want. This is the guy that you want as the next Paul Heyman guy, Andrew.
No.
It's coming
I
up.
can't even see.
Give him a second. Give him a second. It's coming up.
Was it?
Yeah, you have to get out of the way, Rodney, because
Rodney?
it's up, but we can't. We see you. Yeah.
Wait, I don't see anything.
We see it.
Kind of see it, but the live with StreamYard thing is in the way.
Well, anywho,
Like blocking the top of his head.
Nails is the guy that he wants as the next Paul Heyman guy. I beg to differ.
Dude is
Chris?
built like
Wait,
Dude's
who's,
built like Brock Lesnar.
wait, who's the guy that the guy that teamed up with Kyle O'Reilly? The one who fought him in his last match.
Von Wagner,
What about him?
He's supposed to get called up. They nixed that.
pair Waller
not
up with
here,
Austin Theory and Vince left my motherfucking
Good
ass.
Lord, have mercy. Make him a tag team.
Yeah, Von Wagner.
Yeah, what about
AKA,
Von Wagner and Paul Heyman?
Caveman Copeland?
You need somebody that in NXT that can't cut a promo right.
He said K-Man Copeland. Oh my God.
All right, so Andrew, finish your.
So AEW Superstar of the Year, gotta go with it. Hangman Page. Oh,
Oh,
fuck.
we lost Friday. What the fuck?
Yeah, Hangman Page for the men's, and I agree with Britt Baker being the women's most improved for WWE.
Okay.
I will go with Matt Riddle. He actually improved in my book because he actually found something with Randy Orton, and it's connecting. Like everything.
Why don't we just say RK Bro?
RK Bro.
And
then
because they are probably they might be my honorable mention for superstars of the year.
And then for the women's side of MIP, I will say, or rising star for the women's division, I'm gonna say Cora Jade.
What?
Of NXT. She actually has what it takes, and I think she's Cora Jade.
Cora Jade. Boy, if you don't say Gigi, you better change it to Gigi right now. You got 2 seconds. I'm gonna give you a freebie, man.
Oh no, I'll say JC Jane then. My new favorite.
Oh hell no, Andrew.
You want me to change it to Gigi Dolan? Okay, Gigi Dolan.
Oh
Yes, that's right. That's right.
And then AEW, most improved superstar. I gotta say Sammy Guevara. And for the women, for most improved, gotta say Jade Gargle.
Jade
Who?
Gargle?
Who said who?
Look, first of all,
I hate that you have these drops sometimes.
first of all, you can't say you can't say Jade Gargle. No. No,
She gonna be the next TBS Women's Champion. Come next week.
Maybe.
Ruby Soho gonna have something to say about that.
Ruby
Yo,
Soho
I
kind of had a little injury.
Listen,
What else is
a lot of
new?
people all of a sudden
What else is
found
new?
Gonzo
No,
attractive.
isn't that why she missed a lot of time in WWE?
Yep.
Yep.
And
Injury prone.
Hmm.
Everybody rooting for
No.
Gonzo. Don't worry.
now, Michael, who you're a superstar of the year.
I can't
So-
wait to hear a match of the year.
I'm gonna say Roman, of course, but with honorable mentions to Bobby Lashley,
Ah.
RK Bro,
Ah.
and Big E. For women,
Ooh.
I'm gonna go with Rodney and say Asuka.
Thank
I
you.
I can't really say much for AEW, but I will say my heel of the year is MJF.
Ooh.
Okay. There you go.
But now,
What the fuck?
now
Why'd you get a
here's-
dog for?
Here's why I want to.
Felt like a gong moment. Mike just gave some praise to AEW.
This is now why I wanted to go last. Okay. I want to know what your rookie of the years are. Now, for rookie, I want an NXT person for WWE,
I got you.
but of course, for AEW, it could be any rookie.
Rookie.
Rookie
There's
of the
only
year,
one rookie that comes to mind that really stole
Braun.
the show.
motherfucking Breaker.
Exactly. Now, here's the one question. Someone posted a whole list of people from both organizations say who is your overall rookie of the year,
I saw that.
and people were saying Hook. I'm like,
Hook
can't.
only wrestled 2 matches.
That's what I said.
I knew that was
Break of the
coming.
soul
Wait,
in a
it was-
shitty match.
Wait, Andrew. At the time, I believe it was only one match. When that poll went up,
I knew that was coming. Oh, dude,
no,
that was
it's
coming.
Braun
People
Breaker.
What are people smoking that Hook? Yo, Hook only wrestled 2 matches. Once against a guy that's been jobbing for NEW,
And his
And
second
then-
match, he sold everything.
which is bullshit. I'm sorry. You gotta sell stuff. You're not your father.
You're not your father.
So yeah, who are your
Rookie of the year for WWE. I'm gonna say, kind of gotta go with Austin Theory.
Oh no. Hannah rookie.
He ain't
He's
a
still
rookie.
rookie. He got
He
was
called
a
up.
up and
sophomore.
down. He was up and down. He
He's a
ain't a rookie.
sophomore. Yeah,
I'm saying then Dexter Loomis.
Can't
that's
look
a-
either.
Still
Yeah, you said NXT. They said NXT.
Yeah, but a rookie.
I was like new person from like 2.0.
Yes.
Carmelo Hayes.
Oh,
Okay.
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 Carmelo Hayes. Yeah, actually, you know what? Carmelo Hayes is good because he was on that list, I believe.
Yes, I think he was.
Yo, I cannot wait for this match on New Year's Eve. By the way, Hayes versus Strong.
Oh, I can't wait for my boys Imperial. I cannot wait.
Let's go MSK and Riddle.
Oh, now me and you at war right now.
We are roar.
Yo,
I got the
can't
marijuana smoking kids.
wait. I cannot wait to watch this man get
Botch
chopped up.
of the year. Okay, what's your botch of the year according to Christopher Brown?
My botch of the year? Cody Rhodes going through a flaming table shirtless is
That
my
was-
botch of the year.
And pinned Andrade on fire.
Like that's Andrade was
Back
smart
was
enough.
still burning. Motherfucker was smelling like a smoked fucking Christmas ham.
My man's back was so he looked like he'd be some bacon, just fresh out the
My
package.
botch that was one of my botches of the year. My second botch of the year was the fact that fucking Tony Khan let Brandy Rhodes allow Cody to do that.
No, you know what? Even though I wasn't there, from Andrew's story, my botch of the year, Tony Khan.
Tony Khan, every time he fucking hypes up a crowd, we're gonna have this! We're gonna have that!
Listen, Mom, if I had to pick a WWE botch of the year, it's gonna be highly inappropriate, so I'm gonna leave it alone.
Oh, Dana Brooke.
Shush.
I know. I
We're
got
not supposed to
you.
bring it up. We're not supposed to bring it up. Okay?
All we'll just say is Dana Brooke.
I gotta say,
Dana Brooke.
all the women's match in
Well, how about
WrestleMania.
this? That women's tag team match at WrestleMania was the botch of the year.
Yes,
That
many
match was
shit
a
that
hot
happened.
mess.
Mandy
People
Rose.
slipping on the floor, nipples coming out left and right. This match was a complete utter mess.
People
Okay?
getting eliminated right away who you thought would have been there at the end.
the match was a complete mess. People slipping,
Botch of-
slipping,
Botch of the year.
moves.
Botch of the year. I gotta say, I'm gonna think. Oh, fucking John Moxley in a fucking ladder match.
Nah,
When they-
Just,
Yeah,
and then me seeing him in Atlantic City like 2 days later, drunk out of his mind.
no, can we give Mox? Hold on.
yeah.
Can we give him a pass?
Nope.
Can we give him a mulligan? Mike, can we
Nope.
give him a mulligan for him to
Nope.
encounter with you? No, come on. The man's got some serious issue going on. Like,
He
can we give him a
does. He
mulligan?
does have a
He got a
serious
serious
issue.
issue,
Let's
but
give him a mulligan. Let's give him a mulligan, man.
I don't.
man.
But I
don't
like
feel right
no,
doing
but
that
the
to
stupid
him.
thing is
Don't-
the stupid thing is don't say though that you were miserable in one company. Go to the other company and act the same way.
Yep.
You got a point there. I can't disagree.
John Moxley is no selling, like the worst selling job I've ever seen on a ladder match. As they're being punched, both of them being punched. I can't take it. Just falls like, and then lands on his feet, and then fall.
He was dying.
Oh, that was Kiefer. Nice.
Okay, so botch of the year. Cody
What was
Rhodes,
that?
all the way. Christmas
Just
ham.
Cody.
No. You know what was a good botch? What was that match? Was it WWE? Was it a WWE match or was it? I think it was. I don't know if it was a WWE match or a
What
WWE
happened?
match.
What-
The one where one of them tried to like climb on top of the table,
it
the
just
announce
broke?
table, and the shit just collapsed.
Oh,
That
that was
was-
WWE.
That was NXT, right?
That
Yes.
was,
Raquel
yeah, that was
Gonzalez?
NXT, yeah. That was a hell of a botch.
The table just fell apart. It was like, ugh,
People just said gave up on life.
it's hilarious. Okay.
Okay,
I have
okay.
as we start to wind down and come to the end here. What was your match of the year, guys? I want to go last for this one because
Sasha Bianca.
I'm gonna surprise a lot of you with it.
I'll go I'll go biased and I'll give a shit. Sasha Bianca. Those two fucking put on a hell of a match at WrestleMania 37 in the main event. I know Bad Bunny and like the reaction for Bad Bunny literally took like really slowed down the match of that year, like the crowd reaction. But Sasha Bianca stole my match of the year.
Let me say one thing about that. That is number 2 on WWE's top 25 matches of the year.
I did not look at that list. I had no.
Mike
nothing
always
at that
looking at the
whatsoever.
list. He needs some stats.
Okay.
Who you can pick one from AEW too.
And AEW,
AEW, hands
got-
down, fucking Daniel Bryan and Kenny.
Okay, that's it. Do not fucking say the 60-minute draw from.
Nah, I didn't enjoy that match. I preferred the Daniel Bryan and Kenny match because it
Thank
was
you.
good. It was solid. We had a winner at the end.
No, you didn't have a winner. There was a draw.
It was a
It was-
draw.
oh no, that match wasn't a
It was
draw.
a third.
Yeah, that was
Kenny-
a 30-minute draw.
It was the first 30-minute draw.
Really?
Yes.
Yeah, it was like
Same bullshit thing that AEW needs to fucking do a
I
draw
was there for
for.
that match too. I don't know if I can remember. it
And the
being-
funny thing about the whole 60-minute time limit match of the title match, Hangman should have been counted out while he was bleeding.
I'm not talking about Hangman. I'm
No, I'm
talking
saying
about Kenny
there's-
and Daniel Bryan. That was
Yeah,
not
that
a
was
draw.
a draw.
Yeah, it was a
That was a
draw.
That
draw.
was not a
And
draw.
Grand
I'm
Slam.
lying.
That was a draw.
Hold on, let me go back to that match. Give me 2 seconds.
Oh, you-
Motherfucker.
What were you smoking that night? That
Yeah,
you
you're
thought
cool,
this-
motherfucker.
He said,
Get your Peacock.
Yes, if you
man.
want to watch Day One Saturday, you got to get that shitty app that
So
fucking on my
my
PlayStation.
my match of the year, okay, from NXT Takeover 36.
Okay, you what's draw?
Walter versus Ilya Dragunov.
You bum.
Oh, that
You
fucking
bum.
match.
That's your match of the year.
You bum.
Yo,
I
that
hate
match
you
was sick.
with a passion. That is
That
my
Was
match
that
of
when-
the year.
was sick.
Oh, my
And then a week
God.
later,
Hey,
they all
we-
took a picture together on the beach, and their fucking chests were bright red.
Yo, Roddy, you and me think alike. You got to remember
Yes, that was my match of the year. I'm not gonna kill that. That match was beast.
that. That match was 4th for WWE on their top 25.
That match was crazy.
Yo, any match with Walter scares the fuck out of me. That's why I'm scared
It
now
should.
for.
It
That's
should.
why I'm
Wait till you-
scared for MSK on
Wait till you
Tuesday.
see. Wait till you see Skinny Walter.
I know that's
He is
scary.
going to chop the daylights out of. I can't wait to see Homeboy hang this man from his toes and just chop the hell out of him. The whole I can't
Yo,
wait.
but I think
Can this
Walter
match
and
go all
Riddle.
last?
I think Walter and Riddle actually fought each other in the Indies. So this is actually not like
I
as
never
much
got
as
the chance to- I never got a chance to see it. So ooh, I'm in for a treat. I can't wait.
So look, before we continue, when we're all done, I'm gonna go over the top 25 that WWE has.
Okay.
Oh.
Just run down the list.
Okay.
So, what's your match of the year? Anybody else?
I don't know. For me, that's a tough one when it comes to WWE. Yeah, that was. I'm gonna have to go with that one too. That Walter match was fucking great. That was because at first I was gonna say Adam Cole and Kyle O'Reilly, the first one, which was all right. But then you know what I really thought about it, and I'm like, yeah, that match was fucking great. We all loved watching that match. That match could have went on forever, man. Those guys fucking brutally beat the shit out of each other. AEW. Yeah, that Kenny and Bryan Danielson one was good for me, man. I like that match. That was good. I was waiting for somebody to win that fucking match. And it didn't go apparently the way I wanted to, but clearly my dumbass missed it, and I was watching it too. I still don't remember who the outcome of the
So,
match.
Rodney, now I know it's already spoiled, but what was yours?
Walter Dragunov.
yo, their first match was fucking phenomenal too.
What's crazy is that match was good, but it was like not like at the forefront until I was looking at the list. I'm like, oh yeah, that match.
There's so many matches this year that you don't like remember that I saw
that's why
on
I'm
that
going-
top 25
That's
list.
why I'm going down the
I
list.
literally looked at that top 25 list this morning, and I was like, this happened this year? I thought that was last year.
So let's start it off. Number 25.
I just want to get my AEW one.
Before we do that, Chris said match of the year for me is a little under the radar, but I think it has its place in the conversation. But I'm going to go with Riddle and Orton when they won the tag team titles because it helped Riddle be elevated, at least in my eyes anyway, above just anonymous mid-card status.
Ooh, so AJ Styles and Omos versus Matt Riddle and Orton at SummerSlam.
I would say AEW for me. It's got to be the World Tag Team Championship match in the steel cage. Young Bucks taking on the Lucha Bros.
That match was crazy.
Match was nuts. And the reason why I picked it over Kenny Omega and Daniel Bryan is because that match ended in a draw. And you don't really need draws in this business right now. You need guys to go over. And it was a feel good moment because the Lucha Bros have worked so damn hard to get to that point, and finally get
Back,
one over
man.
on the
Can we
Young
get a
Bucks.
Cero Miedo one time, guys?
Oh, absolutely.
Hello, that's it. And so I want to do to somebody so badly at a wrestling show and do that. And
Hi.
the final appearance of Angelica of 2021 on Andrew's Hot Takes. Hello, Angelica.
Why you got a socking in?
She's Mr. Sacco.
Jelly bean.
New York Marine Rescue Center. You trying to save the turtles?
Save the
Yes.
turtles, everybody.
Elmo?
Watch out, she got that pen in the hand.
Alright, so, number 25
Ooh.
is Bobby Lashley versus Drew McIntyre WWE Championship Hell in a Cell match.
Okay.
24, RK Bro versus the Usos, Champions vs. Champions match at Survivor Series.
Oh, that was a good match. Me and Rodney were there.
23, Goldberg versus Bobby Lashley, No Holds Barred Crown Jewel.
That
sucked.
match sucked. That match should have been lower than that.
Why? I missed it. I'm sorry. I was talking about my Xbox.
Goldberg versus Bobby Lashley.
Trash.
23.
Absolute dog.
Yeah,
Moose- Moose
number
Kaka.
23 on the list.
Moose Kaka shouldn't even made the list.
Number 22, Roman Reigns versus Edge, Money in the Bank.
Ooh.
Okay.
21, Walter versus Tommaso Ciampa, NXT UK Championship match. Takeover, Stand and Deliver, Night 1.
Damn, what a match.
Yeah,
That was
good.
scared. That was a match that was scared for Tommaso Ciampa's life.
Yeah, man.
Yeah,
Walter
well-
was kicking his ass.
Number 20, Roman Reigns Cesaro, WrestleMania Backlash.
I hated that pay-per-view name, by the way,
The worst pay-per-view
Yeah,
name
why
of
did we
all
have
time.
to call it WrestleMania?
because they wanted to get the money off of the WrestleMania name.
Yeah.
I watched WrestleMania Backlash with Mike. We had the diner.
hmm
Them
Number
hot sticks,
19.
baby.
Raquel Gonzalez, Io Shirai, Kaylee Ray, Cora Jade versus Team Toxic War Games.
Okay.
A little too soon.
I love Raquel Gonzalez.
Number
Bet you
18,
do.
Drew McIntyre versus Sheamus, WWE Fastlane.
Oh, I forgot that match even happened.
What about the slow lane?
Medium, not so fast lane.
Number 17, Seth freaking Rollins versus Cesaro, WrestleMania Night 1.
Ooh, great match.
Good match.
Yo, especially with the that spinning of Seth Rollins on Cesaro's shoulders. The modification of the Cesaro swing, like the propeller. That was
Yeah.
Great
amazing.
WrestleMania moment. It was a great WrestleMania
Yep.
moment.
Number 16, Kevin Owens, Sami Zayn, Last Man Standing, SmackDown, July 2nd. Number 15, Big E, Drew McIntyre, Ricochet, Nakamura, Riddle, Owens, Rollins, Morrison, Money in the Bank.
That Money in the Bank match was fun.
Yeah, that was a good Money Bank match.
The picture they use is Ricochet getting launched off the ladder after Riddle pushed it.
Okay.
Number 14, Rhea Ripley, Raquel Gonzalez, New Year's Evil.
Ooh,
Ooh.
I can't wait for New Year's Eve next week.
Number 13, Finn
Wait.
Balor. What? Wait, what?
Didn't we watch New Year's Evil at Kenny's house?
Yes,
I didn't. You guys did.
that was in that. No, but no. Then how did he get this NXT championship that night?
No, wait. No, that wasn't New Year's Evil, was it?
There wasn't New Year's Evil?
You sure? Because Zoe Stark faced Tony Storm at New Year's Eve, I think.
Oh, I don't remember. We have to go into the archive.
Zoe Stark, aka
Well, no,
Leah
no,
Remini
it couldn't
too.
have been. It couldn't have been New Year's Evil.
I don't know.
Oh, never mind. That was in New Year's Evil because it happened after his birthday that he lost. That she lost the championship, and that's when we have a picture of Kenny on the ground.
Oh, yeah,
Upset.
He was,
Mm-hmm.
he was upset. 50,000. I'm sorry.
Number 13, Finn Balor, Pete Dunne, NXT Championship match, Takeover Vengeance Day.
Oh, Vengeance Day. Tuesday.
Number 12, Edge versus Rollins, SummerSlam.
Okay.
Number 11, Mysterio, Balor,
Oh, my.
Rollins, and Kevin Owens Fatal 4-Way Ladder Match, Raw, October 25th.
That's mine. Raw, October 25th.
Yep.
Ooh.
Number 10, Bad Bunny and Damian Priest versus Miz and Morrison.
That was a good
That
match.
match was good, man. I was shocked to see
Right
Bad Bunny hit a fucking.
See,
destroyer.
when you
Mhm.
when you put in the work, you actually shine like Pat McAfee and Bad Bunny, two celebrities that did not really do as much with the wrestling.
It's showing me.
Learned the business, and within a month or two or three, and actually put on great, decent matches.
You're a great decent match.
Not this shit again.
Number 9, Big E, Bobby Lashley, Roman Reigns Triple Threat Match, Raw, September 20th.
Ooh,
Who won? No, I'm joking.
I think Roman Reigns won that match.
Number
Acknowledge
8,
him.
Team Black and Gold versus Team 2.0 War Games.
Good match.
It was a decent match.
I'm not gonna lie. It was pretty
Number 7, Ripley Flair, Money in the Bank.
Ripley Fra. Ma.
Number 6, Roman Reigns, John Cena, SummerSlam.
Reigns, John Cena, SummerSlam. I miss John Cena.
So do I.
Yep. Number 5, Becky Lynch, Charlotte Flair, Champion versus Champion, Survivor Series.
Okay.
We were
The-
there.
That match actually confused. That whole night confused us. That we all thought that was main eventing.
Yeah.
Well, because that was supposed to. That was noted to main event right before, and then all of a sudden.
Wasn't that the scorecard that I won?
No, that was Winter's Coming.
Oh.
No, he actually didn't win Winter is Coming.
No,
They say he did. If you look at the scorecard group, he is not at the top.
Okay, then it was Survivor Series.
Number 4 is Walter, of course, for Dragunov. Number 3, Roman Reigns, Edge, and Daniel Bryan, WrestleMania Night 2.
Stack them and pin them.
Number 2, Sasha Banks, Bianca Belair, WrestleMania Night 1. Any guesses on what number 1 is? Except for Andrew, because he probably saw it.
Yeah, but I saw the list.
Number 1.
I don't know.
Kevin Owens, Roman Reigns.
Edge versus Seth Rollins, Hell in a Cell, Crown Jewel.
That was a really damn good match. Too bad I missed it.
I watched
don't
that
think I watched
match.
that match.
I'm the only one that here I think watches any of the Saudi pay-per-views.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
No, I watched them. I
Won't
just
say
don't
that.
remember. I just don't remember watching that specific one.
No, but the thing is Andrew has the opportunity to watch anything he wants while he's at work. Pretty
Yeah,
much.
and this is the time that I was like, yeah, I'm gonna watch it because I have to do it for my show. And that was the time that Sasha Banks versus Bianca Belair versus Becky Lynch at Crown Jewel, the first ever Triple Threat Women's Championship match in Saudi. But that was the top 25 matches of WWE this year. So, that being said, the Mega Show is coming to an end. Next week, me and Rodney, Mark, if you want to come on next week,
Absolutely.
the invitation is
Actually,
open.
I might
like
not be able
always.
to because I'm gonna be. Oh wait, let me think. I might make it.
Okay.
I'm starting my job on the 3rd, and my training schedule is 8 to 5. But
Okay.
once I actually start my real shift, I'm not gonna have much time for anything.
Okay. Just give Rodney a message if you're going to join in, then he'll relay it back to me. But like I said to K Marvel, if you want to come on next week, the invitation is always open here on Beyond the Barricade presents Andrew Hot Takes. Today was a mega show with BTB Live.
We got
And-
one more set of business though.
And what's that business?
I gotta tell you guys my picks.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Also,
go ahead.
we got 2 more sets of businesses. We got
Yeah. So for my 2 picks, since I won't be here next week, I'll say 2 of my pay-per-view picks. So for the first one is 2006 New Year's Revolution. And my second pick is 2008 Royal Rumble.
Oh.
Right, Mike likes to fucking punish me and then likes to reward me, but because John,
and I'll just give you a hint for one of them.
Shouldn't have won
the
it,
Edge God.
Jesus.
but I will say that.
All
What's
right.
the next set of business, Rodney?
Our next set of business is telling you guys, I appreciate every last one of you that help out with Behind the Barricade umbrella and who come on every single week and do their shows. Good night, Mama. And I also want to tell you guys, thank you individually to Kristen Collis, to Anthony Carragher, to Josh, who really helped out at the beginning of this year. You know, he had other obligations he had to take care of. Miss him dearly. You know, to Kaylin King, I know she's been missing in action, but she just graduated. Shout out to her. And I'm so proud of her that she got a film degree. And hopefully she'll be back here in the thick of things, helping out with the show. And hey, anything that we can do on the Behind the Barricade side of things, you know me, I got you no matter what. You're my A1 day one. So we'll make it happen. Hey, to all the people that chipped in this year, for my Mike, you've been here through the thick of it. Creator of the Muse Report, man, has been here ever since Andrew said, "Hey, come along with me, man. I need some help. It can't just be me and Rodney." And Mike's been there almost damn near every episode. Mark, for you jumping on, and I know it was kind of short notice on the kind of things, but I know I've been begging for you to get on for a while. I know you're big into the wrestling groups, and hopefully this can be an opportunity to launch you into a higher place going into 2020, going into 2022 for everybody that's chipped in. Every single one, every single person, even you too, Kenny. You too, Kenny, for the episodes that you came on. I appreciate every last one of you guys. I love you guys, and I really want to thank you all for the work that you guys put in throughout the year. And let's 2022 is just gonna get better. All right, we got a comedian coming on in the month of January. I'm doing a special series where I'm doing interviews with different people who want to talk wrestling, talk old school wrestling. So there'll be on special nights and announcements will be made. But my buddy Justin Taub, for real funny comedians coming on to talk some old school wrestling. We're gonna be still doing our collabos. Yeah, shout out to the Four Corners of Commentary, the Council of Commentary, K Marvel and the boys. You guys have done a tremendous job with your show. And guys, if you haven't checked them out yet, you can follow them everywhere, wherever you get your podcast from. But damn, I can't wait to get K Marvel back on the show, man. Phenomenal guy. 2022 is just going to open up for them. It's also going to open up for us. And we get, like I said, the collaborations are coming. Month of January, its calendar is about to get filled out. Can't wait. For all the people in the comment section, I love you all. Christopher Brown, Jessica Hoffman, Runjan, everyone. You guys are always there. Mitchell Brown. Make Mitch great again. Oh, come on.
That picture. Oh my gosh.
All that. Mitch, we love you. Thank you for commenting. Christopher Brown, thank you for the updates. Always being my Adrian Wojnarowski, man. I appreciate you. Guys, I can't thank you guys enough for making this brand keep rolling. I know it was hard getting back on our feet, but we're getting there. 2022 is just going to be better. It's just going to improve from here.
It's going to be great.
Let's get it popping.
My birthday is on Saturday.
Yes. And happy birthday to Mark Ray.
Yep.
My man is going to be the big 3-0. Can't wait to see you step into that new realm of your life, brother. And hell of a father, hell of a hardworking man.
Welcome to the club.
Oh yeah, my back is currently hurting as we speak.
I still got a couple of months to go, so I'm gonna enjoy it while it lasts.
Yep.
But Andrew, take us home, buddy.
But thank you all for listening. Like Rodney said, appreciate all you listeners for watching Behind the Barricade presents Andrew's Hot Takes. I just gotta appreciate Rodney for bringing me onto this platform with Beyond the Barricade, bring me here, being part of this family. thank you all for being here. Gotta thank my co-host Michael Steinberg, Michael Rosenberg, always here. Even if he's not here, he's busy out on assignment, doing major things in his life. He is a stepfather. He is a husband to a wonderful wife and a stepdaughter who will be having a birthday next week. That's why he will not be a part of the show next week. But happy early birthday to Leah. And Mike is almost turning, I'm going to say 31 soon.
31. I wish.
No, he is 12.
Yeah. But I got to thank all my guest hosts that have been on the show. Like K Marvel, got to say thank you to Mark. Got to say thank you to Anthony, to Chris, to so many people that have been on the show. And all my listeners, I got to say thank you to Christopher Brown. Runjin, Stone Cold Luis is the creator of Stone Cold Luis. I got to say thank you to Mitchell Baram, Kenny
And
Klein.
don't forget the big shoe.
Yes, got to thank you to Jessica Hoffman. Got to thank every listener and every commenter that comes here on Thursdays and puts their opinion on this. To anybody that I missed, I'm sorry, but yes, if Mike wanted to punish me, make me watch Capital Punishment, but John Cena wins that match, so I'm not pissed off. And Christopher Brown, thank you. You have a happy New Year's. And thank you for being a great commenter. But everybody from behind the Barricade family to you, we wish you a happy and healthy New Year. And we'll see you on the flip side of 2022, where I hope everybody stays healthy and safe. Peace.